What's going on, guys? Week 4, Detroit versus Minnesota. Just a few things I want to talk about that I thought were huge for Detroit this week. Their defense, stout, only gave up 251 yards. You know, what they did this week with as many people as they have hurt and out of this game, amazing. They lost another 2 linebackers during the game. I thought it was going to hurt them more than it did, but they held strong. They forced 3 turnovers. It was huge for them. One of them happened in the last 2 minutes that sealed the win for them. Great job there. Another thing I want to talk about is the rush game. They opened it up a lot more this week. Detroit hasn't had a 100-yard rusher in 55 games. It's 56 now. Abdullah, he had 94 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. I think they did a great job giving him the ball, letting him work rather than just putting the workload on Stafford all the time. I think that's something that Detroit, if they want to go to the next level, they absolutely have to do. Abdullah ended up getting hurt, and I don't remember if it was the 3rd or 4th quarter and couldn't continue. So streak goes to 56 games without a 100-yard rusher. So next thing I want to talk about is Stafford. Had a terrible game. He threw for 209 yards, didn't throw for any touchdowns. It just looked like he wasn't. There was something that was throwing him off. I don't know what it was. He came out in the second half, opened up, they drove, scored a touchdown, and that was it. That was about Stafford's highlight. He controlled that second half drive so well. Staying on the topic of offense, Detroit's offensive line. You guys gave up 7 sacks. I don't know what you guys are doing, if there's some miscommunication between you guys or what, but you guys need to just figure that out. You cannot allow your quarterback to get hit, let alone sacked that many times. I don't even know how many times he got hit, but he went down 7 times, okay? Ridiculous. The second half, you guys beginning of the second half, you guys drove the ball, got down in the red zone, gave the ball to Abdullah, and you guys put yourself in the same situation as last week. He stretches across the line. They have to go back and review it. I understand that you can't help it if you put yourself in that situation. But I think from last week, what we have learned, the refs are against us. Everybody's against us. We need to stop putting ourselves in situations where the refs and the officials, the game is in their hands. Let's just finish it. Don't let it go to them. That's one of my biggest points that I've taken away from the game, because it was almost a heartbreak for me watching that game, and I saw him dove, and they called it no touchdown. They had to go to review. I don't know. I just didn't want to see that whole situation again. I guess I have like 1 or 2 more things I want to talk about. Detroit, the last couple seasons, they've been a second half team. I hate watching them in the first half, especially that opening drive. It seems like they're just so sluggish, and they can't just fire off the ball right from the get-go. They have to wait until they're behind, or wait until they're losing, or they need a kick in the ass to get going. And I wish I could see a game that Detroit just comes in and just blows somebody out. That would be an awesome game for me, because I'm getting sick of these close games where they're nail biters, and I'm on the edge of my seat. I know that's why we love football, but I just like to see a few more blowouts. The last thing I want to talk about is the refs. I heard a stat during the game that this officiating crew, they throw the least amount of penalties. So Minnesota, I feel bad for you. There were some calls that needed to be called against Detroit that weren't, that could have been game changers for you guys. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. I mean, you can't help it. We get fucked too. I'm sorry. But anyways, guys, if you like the video, like, subscribe, shoot me a comment, whatever, give me some hate. I'd love to hear it all. See ya.